What's going on, my good people? It's your boy Matt Notice with Take Notice Productions. Alongside of me is the beautiful Orlene Burkett. What's going on? How you feeling?
I'm feeling wonderful. It's Wednesday. You know, I love Wednesdays. So,
yes, I do know that you love Wednesday.
Yes.
Would you like to tell the folks why you love Wednesdays so much?
I don't know. I grew up just loving Wednesday. I think my mother said I was born on a Wednesday, so I just embrace it and start doing everything for me on a Wednesday.
I guess that's a good reason to love Wednesdays.
Yes, sir. And I just, I do everything.
Yeah, so how was your day today? Anything special? Anything happened today? How you feeling?
I'm feeling wonderful. A lot happened. Work is Wednesday hump day, trying to get everything out of the way before the weekend so you could relax on Friday, cruise on Fridays.
Yeah, I understand. So, I came to you and I was like, look, man, every day she comes to me with information that's going on in the news, whether it's local. We're located in Fairfield County on the East Coast. Shout out to the East Coast.
North End, Bridgeport.
Yeah, well, we don't want to give y'all all that information, so y'all come and find us after we talk a little bit of shit or whatever. But whatever, we're here in Bridgeport, Connecticut. We're part of the tri-state area. For those who are not familiar, yes, the crime rate is high up here. And I get to know firsthand as soon as it happens, due to my lady over here, every time something happens or someone gets shot or anything, I get the update immediately. How is this and why do I always get the updates?
Well, I'm on Facebook. I subscribe to a lot of bloggers, news channels, and I just get the latest update. And I'm glad you mentioned Bridgeport because I just found out today that Bridgeport and New Haven ranked 2 least fun city in the country.
It did what?
Ranked.
What?
2 least fun city to visit, vacation in the country.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, well, no one's coming to Bridgeport, right? I wouldn't recommend it. Now, the only time I would recommend it, little shameless plug, is to come to the Bijou Theater and come check out our play. This was our former play, To His Demise. That was a great show done at the Bijou Theater, downtown Bridgeport, Connecticut. And it was written by her sister, Candice Burkett, along with myself. And now we got a new show coming. I'll make sure I put that on there. You'll be able to see it, These Four Walls. That will also be played and showcased here in Bridgeport first before we travel and take it abroad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, other than that, I don't know what else is going on in Bridgeport. I don't know.
Well, it's a lot.
But yeah, but also, I figured since she has a wealth of information at hand, I mean, this thing is a walk-in, computer. So why not we be the broadcasters to some degree of what's going on abroad and what's going on locally. You know what I'm saying? Here, get the news from us. You know what I'm saying? Because you might get a little bit of a deeper insight or a cultural insight. Either one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so speaking of which, no further ado, I'm going to pass it over to Orlene and let us know what's going on today in the news, the top news. I got one myself that I actually looked up, but what you got going on in the news?
Well, I don't like Kevin Hart, but I feel very, sorry for him with his situation. He had a very
horrific accident.
Mm-hmm. And now, I'm not sure if you remember, 2017 he did a sex tape with a model. Her name was...
he made a sex tape?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart?
Yeah. I guess
wasn't he married at that time?
That's when
is that the one that came out
when he's cheating on his wife?
But I didn't know that was a sex tape. I thought just somebody took a video from a distance of him in a car with the lady.
No. Turns out that she's suing him for $60 million.
Hold on, I gotta look this up.
$60 million.
Fact check.
Her name is Monita Sabag. Okay. And she said that she's suing him for $60 million for intentional emotional distress and invasion of privacy. Because Kevin had his friend TJ Jackson, secretly record them having sex.
So Kevin, that wasn't very smart.
It wasn't.
Had his boy actually sneak and record it
while they were in Vegas in a hotel room.
Who does that? I mean, especially at that kind of stardom, at that level of celebrity, like, why? Why is that even necessary? And you're married.
I guess he wanted to.
I don't know if I believe that, folks.
Well, hey,
that's kind of. I mean, I have. I brought it up. Kevin Hart sex tape. Accuser says Kevin was a victim.
Yeah.
Wait. How was the accuser said Kevin was a victim? Said she didn't want a cent from him. Sex tape partner who just filed a $60 million lawsuit against him said back when the story had first broke, Kevin liked her, was a victim, and she was not going to sue him.
But I guess she didn't know he was married.
How does she not know that he's married? Everyone knew that he was married. Everybody knew that he was married before, or divorced, and got married
maybe
again.
It was just a fiancé and then...
Whatever, you know.
So now $60 million. And that's not even it.
Is she going to get that $60 million?
He said no. He's not going to pay up.
It's a lot of money. Kevin Hart got $60 million to pay up?
Oh, I think so.
How much is Kevin Hart worth?
Well, and that's not even it. His ex-wife, Tori, she's going on a tour. She announced it today that she's going to, talk about a tell-all about divorcing Kevin.
Wow.
So that boy, he can't get a break right now.
It says here that Kevin Hart is estimated at $150 million.
Yeah, so...
Go Kevin. 39 years old. Wow.
So 60,
it's close to my age.
It's not going to, hinder his pockets or anything.
No, that will hinder your pockets.
Just
60 million?
A few endorsement, plus he's injured right now, coming back. He's going to sell out theater.
Well, good luck, Kevin Hart. All right. Well, I have something that I saw. I don't know if you found this news, but Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah, he's snitching out there.
Of course.
He's snitching,
this
people.
Dude.
Don't snitch.
Well, I mean, first of all, I never really bought into it. I thought his music was pretty good. I mean, compared to what's going on today, what's relevant today. I thought he was good in that sense, but I thought he was a gimmick. You know what I mean?
They used him.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at his backstory, obviously, I don't know all of it, but, how he, came in, I think in Brooklyn under the gangs, and, they helped rep him, and, he talking all this mad shit. But here's the crazy thing. I remember hearing one of his interviews, and I'm sure other people said this other than Charlemagne, the God. Shout out to my boy Charlemagne the God. Was telling him, look, there's only two ways out of this.
Yeah.
In essence, either prison or you're dead. You end up dead. You know what I mean? He lucky. I guess it was just prison, but go figure. Now he's snitching. I mean, it's not a surprise to me. That does not surprise me in any way, shape. My man wants his freedom. Somebody is probably hit him all up.
No, from what I've learned, and I read, and I listened to Hot 97. Shout out to Hot 97. Yeah. Danny, that's his name. Danny, that's Tekashi 6ix9ine, his real name.
Oh, Danny.
Yeah. So, he's an upcoming rapper.
He's Mexican, right?
Yeah, and he wanted his first music video to be real. Hood. So what he did was he went to the gang members on, I guess, that...
In Brooklyn?
Somewhere in Brooklyn. So they had guns, they had whatever. So I guess the deal was, well, we put you on. You could come to our block anytime. When you get your money, you pay us. So it was a way of,
Makes sense.
Being in the gang, making your money and stuff like that.
Cred.
Exactly. But he didn't want to do it after a while. So they said, okay, well, you can't, be in the gang anymore. So they basically said, well, you have to do this or pay everybody or, so he just
Yeah,
he got
go
arrested.
Figure. You are not too smart, buddy. Because here's the thing now. All right, you start snitching. What usually happens? They put you in some kind of protective custody.
Expired last month.
Really?
Yeah.
He's out right now.
He's out. Well, he's testifying snitching, but he doesn't have any protection.
But he also got a face filled with tattoos.
Yeah, so his family...
He's not going to be, hard
No.
to find or, point out. I mean, he might have to go to Mexico. Anyway.
His family doesn't want anything to do with him right now because, they don't want to be a part of the retaliation with the gang members and
stupid.
That sort of stuff.
It's almost like goes with the saying of selling your soul for the dollar, man. You doing whatever it takes to get that money.
Yep.
There's repercussions for it. There's there's karma. There's what you put out there, you shall receive. You know what I mean?
By the gun, you die by the gun.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So sow a good seed, people. You know what I mean? Don't just be out there doing any kind of nonsense.
Yes.
I'm grateful that I got past all that. I'm older and wiser now. You know what I'm saying?
You learn from your experience. You don't repeat what the mistakes that you made.
Yeah. Oh, I got to change gears a little bit. I sort of got some good news, sort of like a vindication to some degree for the kid Anthony. Do you remember his last name?
McKinley.
McKinley. We need to look that up to get the correct name. But anyway, a young man from Stanford moved to North Carolina. Been down there for about 2 years. Came up here a couple months ago to visit for the weekend, to my understanding. And was murdered, shot in his head, died there on the scene right here in Bridgeport.
That's bad.
But now they got the guy who actually did it, so that's a little, at least they caught him, you know what I mean? I like to see that at least the family gets to know that, his death didn't go in vain and no one for him, because a lot of crimes, a lot of homicides that happen here in Bridgeport,
go unsolved.
It goes unsolved, turns into a cold case, so...
Yeah. So shout out to Bridgeport detectives. They did a real,
good
awesome job.
Yeah.
Because it happened in June and we are in September.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
it's not bad. It's not bad.
They're a little bit past first 48, but, it's more like 48 weeks now. But I know the math is way off. But whatever, you get my point.
Yeah.
You get my joke.
And to stay on that topic, I'm not sure if you heard, but they found a body in Stanford Westcott Harbor.
No, I didn't hear about that.
About 5 p.m. last night.
Wow, what kind? Whose body?
A black man.
Yeah.
In the mid-20s, 30s. They haven't identified his body yet, or his identity, I should say, but they're not sure if he was high, couldn't swim, or he was murdered. They're still doing the autopsies to find out.
Wow.
What how he ended up in the harbor.
Yeah. Well, could we talk about something good?
Well, here's a funny one. I have a funny one.
Okay.
This is so funny. You're going to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 Amish men.
Amish?
Amish.
Amish?
Amish.
Okay. Correct us if y'all want. Y'all can write down in the comments. Say you motherfuckers cannot spell, read, pronounce, enunciate, whatever. We don't care.
Yeah, SK police after being pulled over while drinking and driving on a horse buggy. So basically, it's not drinking and riding.
In Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's not drinking and riding, drinking and driving. So in Pennsylvania, the Amish
the community.
They have horse
no
and
lights,
buggy.
No electricity. They're still living in the late 1800s. Whatever. We know about them. Yeah.
So they got pulled over because they were riding their buggies, drinking 6-pack, playing their music.
Playing their music? What kind of music is that? Have anyone ever heard of Amish music? That shit must be boring as hell.
Well, you know what? It's
banjos and shit?
No, it's 2020. Everybody listen to R&B, I'm assuming, rap, pop,
they shouldn't be if they don't have any internet or...
It's the radio, it's the station. Internet is...
Okay, yeah, our culture, hip-hop culture is the #1 culture or, influence to...
But I didn't know that if you're riding a buggy, horsing, you could get pulled over.
Why not? Think about it. You could be walking, there's certain states, there's...
But the horses, they doing the walking.
Yeah, but you can't, public intoxication. right? That's what they call it, public intoxication or something. Like, there's certain states you're not allowed to be out in the public drunk, walking the street.
Yeah.
So what harm can you be doing walking?
Driving.
But it could be a problem. The horse could ride him into it. You know what I'm saying? They're controlling the horse at the end of the day. You know, the buggy might end up in somebody's house. I don't know.
I don't know. But that was funny to me.
That is kind of funny.
It was funny.
You don't hear too many, crimes being committed by Amish people. You know what I mean? You see them as some quiet, weird.
Yeah, they're very quiet. They dress, funny and very
fashion, old style.
Yeah, but hey, when they come to New York,
to each his own. That's the way I look at it.
Do you know Sean Gills from SNL?
No.
Yeah, he got fired.
Sean Gill, why?
Racist comment about an Asian guy.
Yeah, it's funny. I was just talking to a couple of guys today at the office about that, about comedians and the level of who can, or the boundaries of who can tell the racial jokes or whatever. I forgot the context of it. The context of it, but anyhow, it's funny that you would bring that up because I feel like people are just too sensitive.
Well,
it's a joke.
Yeah,
look at Dave Chappelle's.
I was just about to say it. Sticks and Stone. It was hilarious though, but it was hilarious. But I think his comments and stuff. It was Michael Jackson. It was. I
mean, I get it. Some people are more sensitive than others. Mm-hmm. Some people can't handle certain things. I get it. One, don't go to the comedy club. Two, turn your damn TV off. You know what I mean? Like, why project your emotions out there to the universe and put that guilt on someone else when all they're doing is shedding light.
Yeah.
And they're a comedian.
Putting a little humor to
it. Comedians are able to do that about their own tragedy or their conflicts in their lives or even their own insecurities. Okay. You know what I mean? So it's just jokes.
Yeah, because they talk about their personal life, their wives, their children.
Everything.
And
I'm sure everybody doesn't like it. But everybody likes that check. You know what I'm saying? So, I just really feel that a lot of people are very sensitive because even when I feel a little offensive about something, sometimes I might hear in the news, I tell myself, you know what? I'm not even gonna entertain it or allow that to, resonate with me or take that in. It's a choice at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And you got to learn to have a little bit more control of yourself and, stop being so damn sensitive.
Yeah, too sensitive. Because without little mistakes or stupid shit, people wouldn't have anything to talk about in the news, really.
Yeah, and I hate to say this, I'm talking about you too, black folks. Like, stop being so damn sensitive. Every little, oh my God, this person said this, oh my God. So what? Like, okay, I understand you gotta put it in context, definitely. And that we live in a society that, things that you say can have an effect on your work, on your job. You see people get fired all the time for saying the wrong thing in the news or what have you. But at the same time, man, sometimes we have to understand or realize that sometimes people are not trying to be offensive. Sometimes they just don't either one, know better, or two, slipped up. Sometimes you slip up. Sometimes you have said the wrong thing around the wrong people at the wrong time. And that doesn't mean you meant it. That doesn't mean that you hate somebody. It doesn't mean that you think about this all the time. It just mean like, it was a thought. It came out. It slipped. Oops, my bad. And if it was in closed doors or around certain people, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But because there's so many or so much sensitive people, things get blown out of proportion, and now it's headline news and all this nonsense. I just say, stop being so sensitive, people. I digress.
And some people, they talk before, and they don't think before they talk, and it's like, shit, I wish I should have done this differently.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say it this way, but my bad. Oops, it's too late.
you think about it later and you realize, damn, I kind of made an ass of myself, or I put my foot in my mouth. It happens to everyone.
Everybody.
And everyone shouldn't be held accountable like that unless you have a track record of this is what you do on a regular basis. You know what I mean? Like, come on, folks. Let's take it easy.
Yeah, lighten up.
Life is too short.
Damn short.
Okay? Word. Okay, what else is going on out here?
The same. Oh, let's talk about the Revolt Summit that we watched on with the other day.
That's a
With,
full glass. That's a heavy subject. But let's get it. Where do you want to start on that? For those of you, just to put it in clear context, what she's talking about. Recently, there was a summit that was held down in Atlanta, Georgia. I can't remember the host, what they call it, the commentator. What is it? They call it the moderator.
Yeah,
I can't remember the moderator's name. Do you?
No, Christopher something. I'm not.
Christopher something. Yeah. But on his panel, he had T.I. Tip. He had Killer Mike. He had Candice
Owens from Stanford.
Go figure.
Republican. Well, she said she's independent, but she's more leaning towards the Republican side.
And she supports a lot of Trump's policies. Who else was up there? There was another actress, and there's one dude up there. I gotta point out the elephant in the room. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know you. I need to look you up because I don't know you.
Right now.
And I'm sure you probably met well. But you should have not been on that stage.
But you know what? He's very educated. He
didn't show it. I'm sorry. Sometimes, again, that's an example of every day you don't show up and perform the way you need to perform. You know what I'm saying?
He's a leader, and he leads like young black people.
He should have led his ass off that damn stage. Okay?
But I think his comments and his answers wasn't there.
They wasn't anywhere. I don't know what he was talking about. It was a little bit odd,
but it made sense to certain people because you know what? There's 50 people in this world. We're talking 25 doesn't get what we're saying, but the other 25 be like, I support them.
50 people, he might have hit 2 people. 2 people might have got what he was talking about.
But it was good. But with Candy Owens, T.I. and Killer Mike.
What was it called?
Revolt Summit.
Oh, Revolt Summit.
Yeah.
So y'all can check it out just in case you ain't check it out. If you didn't, something wrong with you.
It's REVOLT. Summit.
Did she just spell that? Yo!
But I will vote for Killer Mike if he decides to run for president. That man is very smart. T.I. is very smart, and Candy Owens is very smart too. Like at one point, they didn't give her enough talking points.
I'm glad you brought that.
But she,
they gave her talking points, but the problem was no one would let her finish her comment. I can't. That's to me. Okay, I might do that too to people. I might be doing that to Orlene that time. But it irks my nerves to see when someone is trying to make a point and they're continually being cut off, especially if you ask them a question. You cannot ask someone a question and do not allow them to answer you. Yes. Every time they got a word out, or every time she tried to get a word out, T.I. was jumping and then disregard his question and went into a whole nother statement. It's like, yo.
But he was asking her, okay, she Donald Trump's slogan or whatever is "Make America Great Again." So he basically was at what part? What
point in the era that America was great for black people? Yes. What era is this that America was great? And then she wanted to answer, but then he stopped.
But she wasn't getting into the point. She was talking a whole bunch of bull, and he was like,
nah.
He was like, because you started with your bullshit.
However, I would still encourage that you still do your due diligence, still go out and vote, still be aware of what's going on around you in your community, go to the town hall meetings and what have you, because until you can do big things, you got to start small. You got to start with your home, your community, your surrounding areas, your zip code, whatever. You know what I mean? So, and I digress there. But to your point of the summit, I thought it was a great summit. We need more of it, and hopefully they do like a tour thing with that.
Yeah, I think it was very knowledgeable and very informative to the young generation. You know, because they talk about going out, voting, and the young people. You know, they need to stay on top of things, you know, not just saying, oh, Matthew told me this or Orlene told me this. You know, do your research yourself.
Absolutely.
Go out there, get the information you need, and, you know, support your community, Black community.
And next time, let Candice Owens speak, man. I know y'all didn't like what she was saying, but that doesn't matter. You gotta let the person get their points because everyone has a valid point.
Yeah.
Just because you don't agree with someone doesn't always mean that they're wrong.
I think we should invite her on our show.
Yeah.
So she could, you know.
You can voice your whole opinion and get it all out so we can get a better understanding of what you're talking about, Candice, because I thought she had some great points, man, that I agreed with. So maybe not everything, but that's fine. You're not going to agree with everything I say, and I don't expect you to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but anyway, I think we kind of, we had a good launch of our show, man. This is brought to you by Take Notice. Take Notice Productions. It's your boy Matt Notice alongside with Orlene Burkett. I don't know if she want her full government out there, but I'll put it out there. Anyway, her sister's name is all out there, so why not? Right?
Support her. Her book is on Amazon. Support us, you know, with our stage plays, you know, speaking into existence. You know, we're going to do big things. So just continue looking, you know, for...
Take notice what we got coming, man, because you get it? Take notice to what we got coming. Oh, man, I didn't plan that, man. I did not plan that. But anyway, it is just a word of encouragement just based off what we said. You know, first of all, check out Janice Burkett book, Kiss Me on the Inside. She got part 1 and part 2. Like she said, on Amazon, you can find it. You can find some of our little skits and stuff on YouTube, Take Notice Content YouTube. You could also go to my personal YouTube page, Matt Notice or Matthew Notice. Just type it in Google, you'll find some of my stuff. But just a little encouragement, man. How we started doing this, or even started with To His Demise play. Someone said to me, a mentor of mine's, and I was doing a show. I was just acting in a play. And the director saw how
amazing he is.
No, I wouldn't say that, but I was encouraging and working as an acting coach for some of the other actors, and that's what I was doing previous with other plays as well, working with actors and working on their craft, helping them to work on their craft. And he said to me, "Look, man, you need to go out and do your own show." But when he said that to me, I didn't think he was saying this to like really go out there and produce your own show. He was just kind of like, you know, go out and direct, man. You ready? You've been ready, you know? And it was a great encouragement. But when he said it to me, I was like, what? There's no way. So, you know, I talked to just a few people. I could shout them out right now. I talked to Orlene. I talked to my sister, Stacey Ann. I talked to my boy Bernard. And I believe that was it. And all three of them said, look, you should do it. Go do it. And then, you know, the idea started flowing, the juices flowing. I connected with her sister Janice, and we did it. So the encouraging word is sometimes all you got to do is just take a step, and follow through.
Dreams.
Just follow through, because look, I never thought I'd be producing plays, man. And now, you know, I got the bug. I enjoy it, and I'm going to continue to do it. Look out for these 4 walls. We're going to bring this show to a theater near you, starting with the Bijou Theater, downtown Bridgeport. Look out for us in the February, March time. We'll have plenty of promotions going out, and of course, I'm going to keep shouting it out on here. So, but yeah,
with that being said, enjoy
the rest of y'all week. Peace and much blessings to y'all, man.
Peace.